5 minutes from the hypermarket to the flyover.
Can you assist, Sierra 1?
Sorry, MP. Shows is assisting. And can we have a reference as well, please?
And what's the ETA for the ambulance?
They reckoned 4 minutes, sir.
Yes, well, let's hope they stick to that. Data, you stay with the injured man till they get here.
I've only done the first aid course, sir. It's not about to get me into the Royal College of Surgeons.
Never mind, it's better than nothing.
Good morning, sir. Morning. Kim? What's going on?
I've just arrived myself, sir. I don't know the full details.
Okay, everybody, let's take it easy and calm down, please, all right? Yeah. All right, sir.
Don't know what he thought he could do against that lot. Crazy.
Let's give the man some air, shall we? You saw what happened, did you?
Yeah, he had a go, didn't he?
Could I have your name, please, sir? Yeah. Just a minute.
Can you help us?
Officer, the car cleared right into it. We'll get someone with you in a minute. You the driver of this truck, sir?
Yeah.
Don't touch anything, please.
I saw what you just let rip.
Yeah, all right. You okay, mate?
I'm a bit shaken up. I mean, Dad, these guns. I didn't think they'd use them.
All right, how many men was it, sir?
2. Well, I think.
3. I saw them.
It happened so fast. She can't be right.
Yeah, sorry, MP. No sign of the suspect vehicle.
Manor Road at junction Bexley Road. Accident ambulance.
Stay with him till he's out of surgery. He's probably the best witness we've got.
Right, sir.
Electrical appliances now. Power tools are a value of about 60,000 quid.
That's right, yes. And retail price. Wholesale, they'd be a lot cheaper.
And cheaper still on the black market. Not worth shooting a man's legs for. You see, I wouldn't know how easy it would be to shift that kind of stuff, what it would look like.
In boxes, all palleted up.
Sorry, I can't stay. Can I just take your name and address, please, madam? I've left the kids at home on their own.
Well, I'll have to speak to Mr. Jackley about letting you have them. The manager. I'm only the assistant manager. I can't authorise it. Mr. Jackley's on holiday.
I'll also need a list of personnel.
Well,
Oh, come on, Mr. Deacon. Live a little dangerously, eh?
He's been in charge for 2 weeks, and this happens.
I'll also need the use of an office to talk to the staff that were on today. All right, Ben?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Of course, if you prefer, I can ask them all to come down to the station.
Well, I'll have to speak to Mr. Jackley's secretary.
Good idea. Why don't you do that?
Yes, come in.
I've got Assistant Commissioner Renshaw on the phone, sir. I said you were in a meeting.
No, that's
but,
all right, ma'am. Put him through, will you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Oh, I see. Yes, sir. Well, I'm very concerned as well. With respect, sir, I think it would be a mistake to call in a serious crime squad this early. The incident only happened an hour ago. My CID are onto it. With the best will in the world, sir, we can't expect any kind of result yet. Yes, sir, of course. I'll keep you informed. All right, thank you.
Renshaw?
I get the distinct impression that man is sharpening knives.
Complainant is a Mr. Kerry, 112 Peacock Mansion.
Thank you, MP. Mr. Kerry. Did you see what happened at all, sir?
I didn't see anything. I only leave the car here.
Sierra Oscar, Sierra 1 receiving.
Look at it.
It looks like we
Spoke
found
to your neighbours at all? Seen if they heard anything?
I asked in the house opposite where I made the call. They heard the crash, but didn't bother taking a look.
Doesn't look too clued up, does it? I bet you was well gutted.
Yes, I was. But what am I supposed to do? Am I going to be able to get to work in this?
Well, not in this you won't, sir, no. Not unless you want to break the law. See, you're short of a stoplight now. Mind you, I reckon you should consider yourself lucky that you weren't here when they turned up. You should see the mess they left a couple of miles back down the road.
At least we've located the van. Forensics got an even chance of finding something that matches.
That's if we get ourselves a suspect, Donna.
Well, yeah, of course.
Sorry, I just don't feel terribly confident about this. An armed robbery isn't exactly what I need right now. But you can forget I said that, OK?
Oh, Donna,
Incident
just
room.
the woman. Have you got a moment?
Yes, sir. What now? Yes, OK. Fine, sir. Jim, have you got anything for me? The Chief Super wants to see me again.
Well, not really, Ma'am. Just a couple of names Ted Roach thought were possibles. But the tell the truth, I don't really...
Never mind, at least it'll give me something to tell him. Right, see you later. I'll be on this at least till the DI gets back.
Yes, Mum. What's got her goat?
She's being lent on by the chief super.
Yeah?
He was in at 8 this morning, the moment he heard. Got Derek Conway in the works. But don't ask me what it's all in aid of. I'm only the collator.
He telephoned me a few minutes ago. He said he'd heard about it on the local radio and wanted to know what we were doing about it.
So this kind of crime can't be solved by snapping our fingers.
Yes, I realise that, Kim. It's just that I wanted to warn you that for some reason Renshaw seems to be taking particular interest in us at the moment.
Any ideas why?
Well, our crime figures don't look too clever against other divisions.
I see.
Look, don't misunderstand me, Kim. I'm not criticising.
But other people might be.
Well, at Area, we're considered a forward-thinking station, in touch with force policy. But how good are we at old-fashioned detection?
Derek Jenner.
Blue
Derek
articulated
Jenner?
lorry.
Hold up, I'll find his card.
The index
Don't think so, Jim. Not unless he staged a breakout from the scrubs and
Dangerous
nobody's told
low.
us.
OK, while you're there, pull Kevin Carson's card out as well, would you?
This is all a bit Hall of Fame, isn't it?
Oh, Ted Roach thinks he's a possible.
Sounds like wishful thinking to me.
It does sound a bit unrealistic, yeah.
Here you go. Everyone's CID fantasy.
So I've heard.
There's nothing on the manager, Jackley. He's as clean as a whistle. Tell the DCI I'll shout if anything comes up in the personnel records.
Sure. Thanks, Donna.
So, we're looking at 3 white males, London accents, one about 5'9". He's the driver. Wearing jeans and trainers, medium to heavy build, short dark hair.
OK, what about the man who did the shooting?
Same dress, same hair colour, bit heavier build. He was about here when our shopper, Mr. Gregory, approached the vehicle and said that he was going to make a citizen's arrest.
What on earth did he think he was doing?
There was a shout of back off, according to one witness, or something fruitier, according to Mr. Saltzman, who was standing a bit further back, round about here. Then the big bloke who'd been having most to do with the van drivers, he got into the van and shouted something to the gunman. Nobody's sure what. Then Mr. Gregory took a few paces forward and Chummy let him have it. He aimed deliberately at his legs, apparently.
Yes, but he opened up, didn't he? From what, 30 yards?
Both barrels, Sarge.
No luck with Jenner, Sarge. He's still inside. We've still got the stuff on Carson, but I've got to say...
No, look, you already have, Jim.
She
Save
said
it.
she thought she heard the man shouting, "Get in, Ken," but she's not too clear.
Okay, so bring her in as soon as possible. I want a statement.
Received, out.
Ken? Kevin?
No, not really, Sarge.
Well, why not?
Ted, you're not listening. What did DC Lyons just say? It was the big bloke doing the shouting, yeah?
Yeah?
Not someone shouting at him. So you've got the wrong man shouting the wrong name.
It was just a thought.
Not a very considered one.
Can I get you a cup of tea, Mrs. Gregory? No, thanks.
Mrs. Khan's arrived. Tosh, do you fancy taking a statement?
Yeah, right, Mom.
OK, I'm going back to the scene. Try and check up forensic on the van, Jim, and see how the house-to-house is doing in the street where they found it. It was the last port of call. Someone must have seen something.
Mom, take a look at this. Assistant cashier, Kirsten Ogilvy. Previous for shoplifting a few years back in Hertfordshire.
Oh, very interesting.
She's been into here and Barton Street a few times recently, complaining of domestic violence. The boyfriend's known to Barton Street, strongly suspected of street robbery, actual and grievous bodily harm, that sort of thing.
Name?
Arthur Johnston. No file on him. It's all over at Barton Street. All I've got's the domestic stuff, which he's dropped anyway.
OK, maybe worth a look. I'll be talking to her anyway.
Mom!
Yes, Alec?
Yeah, I appreciate you're busy, Mum, but Sergeant Maitland's got a suspicious death in Thurslove Gardens. A back window's been broken, a bloke found in an armchair, 2 days dead. Mike Dash was at the scene.
Right, tell Dashwood to get the ball rolling. I'll be there as soon as I can.
According to PNC, it's a blue transit believed lost or stolen from Epping in September, so it's been resprayed.
Yep. Not possible to say how recently, though.
Never mind, within the last few months. It all helps. We know the vehicle's had a respray. Maybe by the owner before it was stolen, maybe not. And I'm afraid there's nothing to go on inside. They're still working on it, but...
Well, just pass the details on to Jim Carver, would you? He's in the incident room.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your Jim?
Oh, hello, Gov. Good holiday?
Yeah.
I was going to bring you back a stick of rock. And I tried to describe what it was to this Spanish bird in the souvenir shop, and I think she misunderstood me. This ain't very pleasant, is it?
You're not kidding. You've heard about it, then?
Yeah, of course. I ran the CAD room this morning. I've already been out to have a look. Munro's got the uniforms doing a tribal dance. Any good prospects?
Well, not really, Gov, no. Each one of these statements contradicts the other. The best witness is still under anaesthetic, and there's nothing to speak of on the van. Well, Ted Roach had a couple of possibles, but they got chucked back.
Who were they, then?
Well, Derek Jenner's inside anyway, and the other one was Kevin Carson.
So what do you think?
Well, we're chasing our own tails, frankly, Gov. I mean, you've seen some of what these guys left behind. A shooting, 3 wrecked cars. Ted reckoned he could have been slipping up. But with Carson's apparent form, this ain't a slip-up, this is a nosedive.
So where does that leave us?
The DCI's just gone back to pick up an assistant cashier who's got some former boyfriend who's a bit of a hooligan.
What, and she seriously thinks that's a goer, does she?
Well, it might be worth it. I mean, these blokes had some hooligan tendencies. Apart from that, there's nothing but a bad atmosphere in this office. I'm glad you're back, to be honest.
Yeah? Right. Well, first things first. What we need is a bit of room to manoeuvre. We don't need 4 of us on this.
Well, the DCI's pretty keen on getting this sorted out, Gov.
Oh, I'm sure she is. Alec Peters tells me some poor sod met his maker in Thurso Gardens this morning. I'm sure she's keen to sort that and all. Normal police work does not stop, Jim, just because there's a major incident.
No, Gov, just make sure I'm not in the office when you have the row.
Me? Row?
The assistant manager told them when they could be released for interview.
What about the Ogilvy woman?
About half an hour. I can get her out now if you want to go to her quickly.
No, I don't want to spook her. Let's keep it as routine as possible. Frank, Jim's briefed you, has he?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Look, I want all the stops pulled out. The chief super's been breathing down my neck.
Well, would you like me to take care of it, ma'am? I mean, I've already put the word out on the streets, and I reckon Ted Roach and I could handle this, as long as we can still rely on uniform backup. I mean, well, there's no point in having too many chiefs, is there?
If you're happy about that, Frank.
Oh, right, ma'am.
Good. I've got a suspicious death the other side of the ground. It'll probably keep me busy for a couple of hours, but I'll be in and out of the office, so if you'll keep me posted.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, ma'am.
Bloke who was shot, is he right?
Well, he's hanging on, but he don't look too clever. That's why it's very important we find these people. You noticed anything suspicious over the past few weeks? Anybody hanging around asking questions? Something out of the ordinary? Nothing odd? Nothing you can tell us?
Are you all right, Miss Ogilvy?
Yeah.
You do understand we have to ask everybody these questions.
I suppose so. I wasn't even going to come in today.
Why not?
Didn't feel like it.
Kirsten, is there something on your mind? Something I can help you with?
I didn't want to stay at home. Couldn't stand it there either. And then this happens. It's just so...
Is it your boyfriend that's upsetting you?
Lenny. Yeah.
Has he been hurting you?
I get this every other day. I've been from one nick to the other to get help. They say they can't do nothing. I just want him to stop.
For Arthur Leonard Johnston, read Lenny Johnston.
That's more like it.
Oh, it gets better. Viv, have you got that statement from Ford's witness yet?
Oh, Mrs. Khan. Yeah.
It is. Blah, 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 blah. The bigger man shouted across to the man who was pointing the gun. He shouted something like, "Get in, Ken." The gunman pointed the shotgun at the man and fired 2 shots. Something like, "Get in, Ken," "Get in, Len."
Go on.
Well, according to Barton Street, he's been into some serious street robbery, but it's never been proven. Released without charge. And up until a month ago, he was employed in a paint shop and a garage.
And the getaway van had been resprayed.
Exactly. Now, we've got a similarity with the name, the paint shop connection, a tie-in with the employee, and a history of violence.
That's good enough for me. Where do we find him?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes. Yes, I've had other business to attend to. The investigation's now being handled by Detective Inspector Burnside. Yes, he has a suspect in the frame, but it's early days yet. I have every confidence in him, sir.
Mr. Johnson.
Afternoon.
Right, Lenny. Now you've settled down, I'd like to ask you some questions.
I haven't got nothing to say.
Somebody switch that racket off. How's the garage business?
Hey? What garage business?
Dempsey's Motors, the paint shop, respraying vans.
What about the paint shop?
Ted, quick word.
Turn the place over. Here's the warrant, Lenny.
I only worked there.
None of the blokes this morning were black.
I was
They were all
employed as a
white.
mechanic. Oh, they only put me in the paint shop after they ran out of stuff for me to do.
True.
Look, what is this all about? I mean, what am I
Gov.
supposed to have done?
Quick word.
You stay there.
Well, I ain't done nothing. Got a job to do first, ain't I?
Listen,
Leave that alone.
I'm sorry about this. He's the wrong colour.
What are you talking about?
He's the wrong colour. It was 3 IC1s pulled this off.
Well, he could still be involved, couldn't he? Supplied the vehicle?
It's my error. It happens that way.
I want you to give me the dates of when you worked at Dempsey's. And believe me, we'll check them out.
About 3 months ago. Job lasted exactly 3 weeks and 4 days.
Why?
Because I don't know nothing about cars, do I? I lied, right, to get that job through my teeth. Well, I thought I'd just be making tea and answering the phone first so I could pick it up as I went along.
I don't believe you.
Then ask them. Listen, man, on the 3rd week, the foreman comes out the cars. He says to me, "You ain't fixed that egg gasket yet?" So I went into the box with a spanner. I thought he was talking about the plumbing. I just didn't know nothing about it. Ask him.
Rest assured we will.
I thought you said he was out of work, Sarge.
How much do they pay you on the dole these days, Lenny?
Why?
Oh, I just wondered. Quite expensive, weren't they? Those kitchen units. There had to be some reason why you did a runner.
Oh, no. Oh, come on.
Jim, I've got Inspector Monroe on the phone. He wants to know if you finished at the scene before he allows the public access to the car park.
I prefer to check it with the governor. Look, can you stall him?
Big deal.
Well,
Sir.
he gave us the name of the bloke who supplied
we
it, so
wait
it's a
another
clear-up,
half
isn't it?
hour?
Don't push your luck, Ted. You were the one that shoved Johnston onto me in the first place.
Yes, I
Wasted a lot of valuable time.
It was a mistake. We all got the same information. We all take the same responsibility, don't we?
A blowout?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose there had to be some reason why the DCI decided this wasn't for her.
Would you mind explaining that?
Yeah, well, I mean, from what Donna Harris said, she wasn't exactly on top of it. Reckoned it was a non-starter from the off. Apparently.
Yeah, well, he's here now. Yeah, I don't know if he can talk right now. Yes, of course. Sir, Inspector Monroe, he wants to know if he can stand down the PCs at the scene.
No. I want you three to go back over there. Go through it all again. Find out if they missed anything. Just get on with it, will you? She thinks I won't get a result. I'll give her a result. Anyone wants me, I'm seeing my snout.
Sir, Mr. Burnside says no.
Incident room?
Yeah, well, we're actually on our way back.
No, sir. No, he's out on
Right.
inquiries.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Can I get him to call you back? Oh, I see. Well, that's fine, sir. No problem, sir. Thank you. Assistant Commissioner Renshaw for Inspector Burnside.
Any news on the suspicious death?
Turned out to be a heart attack, sir. No, I wanted to let you know that Inspector Burnside is in charge of the inquiry into the incident this morning.
Oh, yes?
I took your comments on board, basically. I have to admit that when it comes to the old-fashioned street-level work, the inspector's probably got the edge on me. And since that's what you said this kind of crime calls for...
Good. Well, I think you made a wise delegation, Kim.
Yes, I have to admit, I think I have to.
You're just in time. Want a vodka?
Same again, Irene. And a little scotch. No, make that a large one.
You're working this afternoon.
Oil in the wheels. Essex police got hold of the bloke who had the van stolen. One used in the getaway. Well, apparently he resprayed it himself and never bothered to contact Swansea, so I'm afraid that's a blowout as well. And, we've had a call from the AC. He understands from DCI Reid that you're in charge of the case from now on. And he wanted you to get in touch to let him know how things are progressing. Oh. Cheers, Irene. There you are, girl. Get one for yourself. Cheers.
Cheers, Ted.
I've never been to Bramshill. I wouldn't let the likes of me in there. But this gives a new meaning to the phrase, winning by appearing to lose.
Leave it out.
I'm on your side, believe me.
Oh, yeah. You could see this coming, couldn't you? She set me up.
I don't understand politics. Never have.
I should have seen it. I mean, why does she want to let a case like this go? Why drop all those brownie points? You should have warned me.
It wasn't ever going to be that easy.
That's exactly why she's dropped me in it.
Maybe, yeah.
My year for a promotion.
I've been saying that for the last decade.
Look, will you listen to me, T?
Gov.
Look, you know as well as I do. One black mark in the unofficial book, that's all it takes. Finish. She knows that.
Are you saying you didn't know what you were dealing with when she turned up here?
What do you mean?
She's got a #1 on her back. Everybody knows that. She doesn't need to break anybody. She won't be around here that long. She won't stop until she's the first woman commissioner. Do you mind if I say something? I'm gonna say it anyway. You're gonna have to get hold of this.
What do you think I've been trying to do?
We're in this together. If we don't get a result, if it means that much to the powers that be, you and I can both kiss goodbye to future promotion. Murders might get solved within the first 48 hours or not at all. But with robberies, it's different. It's always the waiting game. You know that. The waiting game till the stuff hits the streets and you can start trying to trace it back.
My turn, innit?